Buggin on them 808s.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the studio. It's your boy Anwar. Today's video, I got a good one for y'all. We're talking about the classic Air Force One, but with a little bit of a twist. So this is your original Air Force One 07. Today, I'm doing a review on the Air Force One Craft. Kind of similar, but a little different. And so with the review today, I want to give you guys a little bit of a comparison. I just think with a shoe like this, I don't know, it makes more sense to do a comparison rather than just an individual review on this shoe. There's little subtle differences, but when you kind of compare them against each other, I think you'll see that these are two really different shoes. And depending on what you're in the market for, one may suit you more than the other. So yeah, before we jump into that, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel for weekly videos all about men's fashion. And definitely smash that like button and ring that notification bell, so that's how you never miss any of our upcoming uploads. All right, so with all that out of the way, let's jump right into the video. All right, guys, so I think the best way for me to tackle this review is, again, to do a comparison. And I think that the three key things I want to highlight, I want to talk about definitely the materials, because there's a lot of differences in the materials. I want to talk about durability. I think that's a big thing when we're talking about Air Force Ones. Don't want to cover that. And lastly, I want to talk about price. Short, sweet, simple. Let's get into it. First thing we're going to talk about is definitely material. So when you grab these two shoes, you notice right away that they're very different. I think that the only thing that's really similar on these shoes is just this midsole and outer sole. You can see I got a little bit of wear on the OGs, just the outsole, but otherwise everything is different on the shoe. So first and foremost, we got two leathers. You've got your normal full grain leather right here on your original Air Force 107, but on the Craft here, we've got this really nice tumbled leather. It's actually super reminiscent of some of the recent Jordan 1s to drop. I did a review on the Bloodlines, the Jordan 1 Bloodlines. If you're looking for a Jordan 1 at a very affordable price, I recommend you guys check that one out before those prices skyrocket. I'll leave a link or a card somewhere over here so you can click and go watch that review I did. But in terms of the leather on Jordan 1s, pine greens, court purples, bread toes, you know, that just tumbled leather, this is very reminiscent. If you guys know anything about Jordan 1s, that leather, man, it just wears really well, which is something that, you know, Air Force Ones aren't known for. So I'll dive into that a little bit more when we talk about durability, but that's something that's different on here. You'll also notice the laces are very different. To me, the laces on the Craft have a more sportier feel, like they're stretchier, or I don't know what it is. It reminds me of something I might see on like a LeBron or you know, maybe a Kobe, the way the laces are, like they pulled those out of their, you know, more like athletic sneakers. The tab right here are little, I forget what those are called. I want to say eyelets, but definitely not eyelets. But your Air Force One tab at the bottom here, very iconic, but they went with a totally different look. It's a little translucent. It's got like a nice little glow to it. It's pretty sick. As well as on the back tab here, we got the Nike Air. Usually they go with the embroidery. This time they chose to switch it up a little bit. They ditched the embroidery. Woo, can't talk today. What's going on, man? But yeah, switched up the embroidery. We got like this really nice, it's like such a hairy suede. It's really soft. And just this suede, the new laces, and this tumbled leather, you already feel like you're getting a very luxe version of the sneaker. We got metal eyelets, I'm saying eyelets, lace tips, metal lace tips on our Air Force Ones, our Crafts, and that's not the case on here. You know, they just have like that little plastic that'll wear. over time, especially if you're the type to like beat up your Air Force Ones, which we don't condone that over here. We might have to cut the whole video right here and do a quick little PSA. I know you going on the gram and everybody busting out their Air Force Ones and, you know, creases out the wazoo and just dirt and with the all white G Fazos, that's not how you play the game. You keep them crispy. When they get dirty, you get about like 2-3 creases in the toe box, they over with. Hand me downs, give them to your little cousin, give them to your little bro, go get you a new pair, or wait till next season come around, summer, spring, and then copy some more. We're not busting down Air Force Ones. My opinion, you know, do as you please. But at the same time, that's just, look, man, that's not how we coming over here. We not promoting that on this channel. But do what you want to do. But I'm gonna just let y'all know that's not the game we playing over here. All right, PSA over. Back to the video. Last thing that I want to talk about is inside the shoe. It's just, man, very luxe, but in the inside of the shoe, it's a really soft liner that is exactly like Pine Green Jordan 1 2.0s, if you felt those, or Royal Toe Jordan 1s, if you felt those, and yeah, the Bloodlines, those Jordans. So these new Jordan 1s are coming out with this like really soft plush liner, and that's very different. This is definitely like the old Jordan 1 liner that they use. So new liner. And then I've been asking people all around when I was thinking about buying this shoe, like, hey, does it have that insole that's really, really soft, and like with the lunar line, or the John Elliott Air Force Ones? They dropped a lunar line insole, and who came out with a video? Somebody came out with a video. I'll link it in the Cousteau, Jacques Cousteau. I don't know if you guys watch his channel, but he has a dope sneaker channel, and I think it was titled "The Most Comfortable Air Force Ones Ever," and he did a review of the John Elliott Air Force Ones, and he's like, yo, I don't like Air Force Ones, but these are a must cop. So I was hoping that these had the same insole. Unfortunately, they don't. This is not the same insole that they use in the John Elliott Air Force Ones, but it is still actually more comfortable than the original Air Force One. I actually really like this insole in here. It's a much more comfortable shoe, having like the softer leather and, you know, just like the stretchier laces, so you don't feel as constrained. It's a more comfortable shoe. It really surprised me. Overall, the materials are really great on this pair, and I was thoroughly shocked. And when you guys figure out durability and pricing and all that, I think you'll see that, I don't know, this might interest a lot more people rather than, you know, your OG. But I don't know, I'll leave that for you guys to find out. I think another really important topic to discuss, especially when we're talking about Air Force Ones, has to be durability. Especially if you're somebody like me, and if you heard that PSA and you ain't skip past it, which you shouldn't have, because it's very important, you know. But if you're of that belief that you got to keep your all white G Fazos clean, your Air Force Ones clean, your Uptowns clean, you know what I'm saying, then durability is a big thing, because these boys, these 07s, they crease, man. They really do crease. And so they crease. I got a little dirt on this one too, and I use my Jason Marks, which tends to work pretty good, and I tried to give me a little cleanup on it before the video, just so you know we wasn't too crusty on the channel. It's this little scuff right here and this little dirt piece right here on that, like the outside of that toe box. I can't get it out. I'll scrub like 10-15 minutes. I'm telling you guys. Usually it takes like 3 minutes with the Jason Marks, and it's good. I'm scrubbing. I can't get it out. It was actually kind of frustrating. But you know, it's hard to keep all white G Fazos clean. To come over here and have that tumbled leather, that's very reminiscent of, a Air Jordan 1. And everybody knows with Air Jordan 1s, some people they like them beat up. If you watch a couple of YouTubers, your Tony D2 Wilds, your Bullet RCs, all of them are like, yo, actually I do like wearing my Jordan 1s. I feel like they age really well. They You know, it's like fine wine, you know, but in sneakers. Or even like Jordan 3s, they say the same thing. So to have a craft, you know, Air Force One come with that, literally, it feels like the same leather that they're using on these new releases of, you know, Jordan 1s. And I keep referencing Jordan 1s just because I feel like that's what everybody got a pair if you go on the gram. So maybe you guys can kind of relate or compare so you can understand. But the leather, it's got that nice tumble to it. So I'm actually anticipating being able to wear these a little less carefully, or be able to wear these a little more casually, a little more comfy, and I think that they'll crease well. I've worn them a few times already. I did a couple shoots, so I was on location with these. I'm climbing up steps. I did like a shoot in the parking garage on my IG, which you guys should check out. But you know, I've done a couple shoots with these. I've been walking around with these guys. I was able to kind of still keep them clean and tiptoe, but also I wasn't too overly safe. I was just wearing them normally. I wasn't duck walking. You know what I'm saying? I'm wearing these normally down the street, you know, doing my little poses or whatever, trying to get fresh for the gram. And they look great. They still look brand new. And I think that as these kind of wear and break in, we're going to see that they're a lot more durable than your typical Air Force Ones. So right now, I want to kind of switch gears a little bit and talk about price. So the price for your craft Air Force One is about 120 bucks. Your price for your regular Air Force Ones, your 07s, is about 90 bucks. So we're talking a $30 difference. Do you catch these on sale? No. Both of these are selling out all the time, especially in the summer and spring. So it's not a situation where I can say like, oh, if you get this one on a discount, it's the same price. At night, if these were both $90, I would say yes, I would pick these up, unless you guys are really into being OG and it's kind of like, but that's not the all-white G Fazos. That's the craft Air Force One. If you don't feel like, yo, they're both all-white Air Force Ones, if these little differences in the materials makes it not like OG enough for you, which I know some people are like that out there, I completely understand you going with the $90 all-white G Fazo. I think there's no reason not to. How I ended up discovering these crafts was I actually wanted to cop the Rockefeller Air Force Ones. I wanted to cop the John Elliott's. I wanted to cop the Supreme, and I wanted to cop I don't know, it was another like release that they did where it's basically an all-white Air Force One, but just a little bit different. I think the way I approach fashion is that either I try to be completely outside the box and original, and if I can't do that, then I'll just play the same game y'all playing but at a higher level, you know? So if we all wear Air Force Ones, well, I'm gonna wear Air Force Ones, but mine gonna be a little wavier, you know what I'm saying? So for me personally, paying $30 more to get durability, to get high quality, nicer materials, and overall to be just a little more wavier than everybody else, it's worth it. So, you know, I definitely would recommend that you guys look into these craft Air Force Ones. They are selling out everywhere, but they're actually they're always re-upping on these and restocking on these on Nike and a couple other like low-key boutiques, like sneaker boutiques from like all over. Ended up getting these from a spot in Seattle. I have that linked below. But yeah, I recommend this shoe. I recommend you at least look into it. I think it's definitely a great upgrade to a classic silhouette. So yeah, definitely look into it, man. The Air Force One 07 Craft is a go. So with all that being said, I want to close out the video. I just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. Again, make sure you subscribe, smash that like button, ring that bell icon so you don't miss any of our uploads. As always, man, you know, continue to smile, taking care of your skin, and drink your water. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Buggin, but you got one.